we're Stijn and Johanna, students of Twin Flames Universe and Life Purpose class with Jeff and Shaleia, and today we want to talk about the importance on seeing only God's truth, like only give power to God's truth. And why is that important? Because sometimes you are going to see something happening in your external reality and you make it mean something, or you make it mean something about you, and you totally forget actually like what God's truth is. So God's truth is the promise that only good will happen to you, the promise that actually all your dreams, wishes, and desires will come true, and
that only love is real.
Yeah, and that only love is real. And God created you all, so He can only give you good, and that good and God is within you. So the internal creates the external reality.
Yeah, but it's also so very important that you just focus on God.
Yeah.
That you just focus always on God and God's truth. And God's truth is that there is only love in the world, that there is only love, because God is love. And God is the creator of everything, so there is only love. We are all love. All animals are all love. Everything is love. That is the truth. And the truth is also that, like, every experience that is loving, like, there you are with God. And that is the only reality that exists, because, when we experience unloving feelings or unloving moments, then in that moment we are not with God. Then we are not with God's truth.
Yeah.
Or we are not seeing like through the eyes of God, or not seeing correctly.
Yeah. Your perfect center point is actually like love and peace and oneness with God, your twin flame, and all of your good. So if you think of that right now, then how could other things that you think you see can ever be true?
Mm-hmm.
It cannot ever be true.
Yeah, but I believe that's because, like, in school or so, we got taught, or even like can be even from our parents, that like we were raised up or like a bit programmed that to see it always like on the outside. And we can, like, even at school, like if you see that thing like here on the board like written, then copy it or make it mean something. And that's probably why because our parents did it in that way, that whatever we see on the outside, we make it mean something, or when we forget about God's truth and focusing on God and relying on love and choosing love at every moment, choosing God. I'm not giving power to illusions. And also it's so freeing if you actually know that all things that are not loving, that they are not of God, that they were never of God for you to experience, even if, let's say, you have manifested for yourself, like in the past or whenever, like experience that were not so loving, then they were not God's intention for you, not at all. They were actually then by you or by us, like really created, because we have like a choice in there what we experience. And it's very important that we choose only to experience any longer like only peace and love, to only have a relationship with peace and love, to only have a relationship with God, to choose God and love at every moment. And also to be willing, because it is like that only your twin flame can only ever choose like the same thing just as you and mirrors you there always, because you are one consciousness. But with other people, they can just choose something else. Even if, let's say, it upsets you something, you can do the mirror exercise and love yourself, but still like they can make another choice. But it's also safe to recognize that just like it is my path with God, it's like their path with God. It's their walk with God. It's between, yeah, it's safe that everyone has the freedom of choice and everyone deserves to live in liberty and freedom. And we all know that also, like Jeff and Shaleia say, that sooner or later, like all children of God, they come back to love because come back to God because love is the best teacher. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is only in that place of love and peace that you actually can see the real truth, that you can start to see like God sees, like God experiences everything. And in that place, you can only experience your good, including your harmonious union. So
yeah, and it also only matters that like your choices. It only matters what you're choosing because it's your life with God, and it comes down also like to each individual of each one of us that we are very consistent like with our inner work and healing ourselves and like choosing love and peace at every moment, choosing God. Choosing to get rid of all fear and ego, to dissolve all of that, because only like the society is only ever good as each one individual, so it's very important that we, each one of us, plays our part in choosing love and peace, and to humble ourselves and to be very compassionate with ourselves. Because it can be that, because it can be that at moments your ego or like that you get triggered, like that you feel like or because of past experience, let's say, because I also read like in the book Course of Miracles that also like your experiences shape your perception. So it's very important that, especially when you have experienced like a lot of things, that we are very compassionate with ourselves and know that it was not God's truth, it was not God's intention, it was not God's meaning, and not at all. But because like humans, like we create our reality like really with our choice, and if we do not choose love or God, like, and love or God can in that moment not come true or not can be at the same place, or
we have your perfect quote of Course in Miracles.
And then it's so important that even though like it felt very real, like if let's say you have experienced a lot of things that you choose to know and say to yourself that actually those things were not real, because God did not create them. God did not create it like punishment, or God did not create it like sickness, or I don't know, shame, or none of those feelings, or fear is not of God. Like all of them, they are not of God. And so it's safe to let them also go, because why staying in an illusionary state that is not even created, that is not even real? We are all more and more like getting rid of fear, and that is very, very good. Like all humanity and all Earth, you also said that to me, then ascends, and also Earth itself.
Well, Earth is already ascending, so it's important that humanity ascends with Earth. So
because you also said to me that I believe it. Otherwise, it gets also more and more uncomfortable the more you cling on to fear, or cling or be attached to things, or like
everything will speed up, and it looks like it speeds up. Why? Because there will come more love, more of God's love. And in love, everything will flourish. Everything will speed up. Manifestations will speed up. All things will flourish. And if we resist that, then actually you cannot experience the perfect heaven that God has for you. So if you really want your heaven on earth, the best thing that you can do is really like choose oneness with God and choose to humble yourself towards God. All the grudges and all of the anger that you have towards God from things that maybe occurred in the past. Well, we have here a perfect quote of Course in Miracles, like, I am not a victim of the world I see. And at the back we have here, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness recognizes what you thought your brother did to you has not occurred. So if God created everybody in oneness with him in his perfect image and with only good, and he wants to consistently give you and humanity and earth only good, then, well, everything that we co-created out of a place not with God is not true. And when you see that in your brother or sister, that is not true. So whenever you choose to recognize only the Christ within yourself and within your brother and sister, well, then you are starting to experience God. Then you are starting to experience your real heaven on earth, and that's automatically where all your health, wealth, prosperity, your harmonious union, and all of your good lies. So the most important thing here is to surrender to God and choose God. And choose to love God, choose to be grateful for every moment. So, and then when you surrender to God, God will move through you and he will perfectly give you everything you wanted, everything, and it will be even better.
Yeah, but also it's important that you let go of how you feel like it needs to be like on the outside, that you're really just present, like with every moment, present with yourself, that you honor each moment that God has gifted you right now. Because when you're fully present with yourself, you're fully present with God, you're fully present with life, you're fully honoring life and God. It's only ever right now. And also know that your life is just God's life, and we owe like everything to God, and we are here because of God, and we are here for God, and God is here on earth, like God is everywhere. We are everywhere, like all the time in God's kingdom, and it only ever matters that what we choose with God, what we do with God, and that we acknowledge only like the God in ourselves and the God in others, and choose only God, and choose to see only the divine, the only truth, that everyone is love. And it's very important that we also like that we just keep moving and choosing love, and keep moving with God, so to speak. And also like in relationships, I know that to be very unattached, to just attach like yourself, like to God, to rely on God. That because if, let's say, you choose only to have a relationship with love or peace, everyone who is not in alignment with your choice, you cannot keep that around, because then otherwise you're just not honoring God, you're not honoring yourself. And and it's very important to be non-attached and only choosing love and peace, and that God is the only leader, so to speak, that exists, and God is here, and God is with us all the time, and God is only love, and we are only love. But it's very important to be deeply grounded in God, and not get like sometimes like, and to only give power to God's truth, that also you are God, you are one with God, not you are God, but you're one with God. God is all the time with you, and you're one with your twin flame, you're one with love, you're one with safety, you're one with all your good. And actually there exists only good, only honesty, only life, only beauty, only worth, your worthiness. Yeah. So do you feel complete?
Yeah, I think that's everything we wanted to say to you. So
yeah,
the importance is that when you are one with God and when you choose God and you focus on that, then in that place you have not only on the inside but also on the outside all of your good and your harmonious union.
Yeah, but it's very important because why? Because in truth, you only ever desire God. You don't desire something other than God. And it's really up on each one of us that we always choose to be in each moment with God, each moment with the truth, with love, with good.
And with God, you have all of your good.
Yeah, you're completely satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I meant like you shall just focus on yourself and loving God and getting very rooted in God. Because sometimes like things might fool you like on the outside and
the importance is being rich in God, like they say.
Yeah, rich in God, rich in love. And then all the other things, like, they come automatically all together.
Yeah. Our only thing that we need to do is, like, choose love, choose harmonious union, choose togetherness with God, yourself, your twin flame, all of your good.
And choosing harmony, that only harmony is real, only peace is real.
Yeah. And that earth is already that perfect heaven on earth. Not only for you, but for everyone.
And that earth is heaven, and God is heaven, and we are heaven. We are peace.
Yeah, that's what we all are.
And love. Only good. Yeah. So, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked, you can definitely like and subscribe. You're more than welcome to see also then more awesome videos of other students of Twin Flames Universe. And if you're interested in working with us on your Twin Flame journey, like, check please out the link below, and we see you in the next video.
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Thank you.